Well, pit of death is life. To me personally, I wake up in the morning and first thing on my mind is pit of death. Afternoons, pit of death. Morning teas, pit of death. Mid-afternoon lunch is pit of death. I'm on the phone to customers, pit of death is what I talk about. It was found when we moved floors, and we found that we didn't have a net at the time, and we sort of just came up with a game which didn't need a net, and we've, I think, grown and moved forward and progressed that ping pong is not a superior sport. Pit of death is the number one game, not in just in mini table tennis terms, it's in life.
I used to drink every day. Life was just pretty tough. I'd had my first child, no means of how to support her. At one stage, when I hit rock bottom, I actually crashed my motorbike.
It's funny you mentioned the cult following we have around the floor. It's amazing how many females come in the office and ask for photos with me and ask to be, sit next to me when I'm in my groups, and even the female managers have always requested me on their team.
Rule number 1 of pit of death: don't go into the pit. You drop into the pit, you lose your life. You only have 2 of those. If you hit the ball against the edge of the pit at any point in the game, you receive 2 points. Pit of death doesn't just have to be played on the table. The walls and the ceiling of the room we play in are all part of the game. If the ball at any point lands in the net and doesn't fall out, the game is won by whoever last touched it.
Masquerading as a person who does numbers, but really he's just here to get us better acquainted with the statistical abilities of how to improve in POD. Forget target. This is the bigger picture.
What it is we've calculated the slope of the ball falling here and going upwards. Now as you can see here, the ratio of x and y is pretty much the same, so let's call that ratio as 1. Whereas here, the trajectory is such that it only remains in the air for this much, right? So opposite by adjacent gives you like 0.1. So this is 10 times lesser in the air to be hit, which makes it 10 times more difficult. Yeah, this one's a tougher sport, man.
Having Justin to look up to and follow in my career, I'm his #1 fan. I know there's Team Edward and Team Jacob. I'm Team Justin, and people think that I'm joking. My wife is starting to have some suspicions about what it all means. If you just have a look at this, you'll see a photo here of Justin. Love you. So yeah.
Yeah, very, very tough. Could have done it without this guy. Yeah. Good teammates.
I promise I won't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not filming. Have you heard about POD though? And what the guys are doing? You're not answering why. I'm not filming. If you had the choice.
No, I'm not serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got weights.
Is this guy serious? The future for pod? Well, this is a rhetorical question really, because how long's a piece of string? What colour's the Yellow Pages directory? I mean, the world is our oyster. You look at the signs around the office, the buzz. The buzz is pod. The buzz is pod. Like, the world isn't shaped like a pod ball for no reason. Pod is the world, and the world will be pod. That's the future.